Welcome back. This is Jack. Let's get started. Want to snag something before I have to leave, if it'll let me. So, I did tear up on that. That, as I said before, that shit gets to me. There we go. Barrett, move. Thank you. What's at the top? I haven't checked up what's at the top, actually. I'm hoping wasn't like some awesome materia that I missed earlier. No, I had come up here before. That's right. There's just more garden. Where does the mom sleep? Because the little girl was in Aerith's room. I used that room before. Oh, she must sleep like right in here. Darn hiccups. Alright.
The main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now.
Well, it makes me think of like...
How are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
Because the thing that gets me in like Pokemon, for instance, you have like your character's bedroom, and that's the whole. And then you have the living room and maybe a kitchen. That's the whole house. They don't show any other doors. They don't show anything else. Even a door you can't enter. They don't show anything else. So where does your mom sleep? Since I'm here, maybe the kid is out, and I can go talk to the Moogle kid and see what I can get. And they're probably going to try and pin the pillar falling on everybody on the avalanche. Yep, that's closed off. I can't go there now. So I'd either have so that I may have missed my chance. But they're still giving me Moggle medals, so I don't know. If we're sticking with straight Naruto, not going into like Boruto, for instance. I would have to give it to Naruto himself, of course. But I also really just don't like Sasuke. Like, Sasuke is unnecessarily overpowered. Like, oh, it's just by good lineage. He is a, Madara. Yeah. Because Boruto really gets me more annoyed. Because they're like, somehow Boruto has a greater potential than the guy who's a Jinchurikin. The reincarnation of a god. Like, Baruto's got the lineage of the Hokage, but he doesn't have those two things. And then they're like, oh yeah, Baruto has the potential to be more powerful. Yeah, screw off. If anything, his little sister's more dangerous, because she also has the weird eye Bakugan or whatever. Bakugan.
Over there.
Now, I've got the Jump Force game. The only reason I don't like playing it is because I just traditionally don't like fighting games. Yeah, yeah. He said Hiden, who was the one of the immortal guys. Yeah, he's a jerk.
Let's keep moving.
And of course, I said without going into like Medora, who basically made himself into a god. If the main character hadn't showed up, he would have been unstoppable. You know, stuff like that. Pain is another good example. Who's a pretty clever character.
You would say that.
Who succeeded in doing something that Uchimaru was never able to do, which is destroy the city of Leaf. And he put the Hokage in a coma. which is something Orochimaru was never able to do, with the help of all the sand. And he did it on his own. Mind you, he did take out the Hokage of that time, who was considered one of the greatest ninjas ever.
Blocked. There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through, but it's our only shot.
I really feel that they cheat Might Guy and Rock Lee, because those two characters are just so powerful, but they don't give them enough screen time. Because remember, one of the things I really love about Might Guy specifically is he has trained himself to beat the Shuriken.
Take him out.
He could have. He would have given Sasuke's brother a real push for his money on that grounds alone, because he relied on his hypnotism so much. Now against Sasuke, that's another question.
Would kill for a shower.
And just the whole ocular abilities annoy me. It feels like just a cop-out of, like, oh, the character is completely restrained. Well, let me unleash my special ability through my eye.
Need my help, do you? Don't stop now. Time for a serious ass whooping. Suck on this. Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Just like that, okay?
I gotcha.
Speaking of characters that I feel was underutilized, flipping over to Dragon Ball, Gohan. Like, that is the most, like, underused character in almost any anime ever. Like, they build him up, a whole arc, they build him up, and then the next one, they start building him up again, and he falls flat. Does nothing. He literally accomplished nothing but maybe buys time for Goku to become Vegito. And that's it. That's all he does.
Going in.
That's a win.
And even in the arc where he actually becomes interesting, like he does succeed in beating Cell. But it doesn't feel like the same. Shikamaru is hilarious. Flipping back over to Naruto, Mojo said Shikamaru was too lazy to remember when he got out of Genjutsu, then pretended he was still in it just to not have to fight. Yeah, that was in the original Naruto series.
Give it all you got.
He, like, yeah, he's just lazy. Mind you, I like that he found his reason not to be lazy, and it's a very, like, good answer. In the sequel, in Shippuden, they actually explain it. He's still lazy. It's just that he wants to create a world where his children can be lazy. He doesn't have to be. Which I thought was like a really cool continuation of his character.
I won't give up.
I want to point this out about Naruto himself, though. Remember, he wasn't born and raised in a family that, like, from day one was teaching you how to use, like, some family legacy ability. Like most of the others were. His family legacy ability was, the Rasengan. But he had to wait until he was much older to learn it, and he learned it from Jiraiya. Yep. Well, not just his sensei's son, because remember, he in Boruto, he actually has a kid. His wife being the giant fan chick. Which I just got to the Pain part, so Pain being beaten and Naruto being Sage Mode and all that stuff. So I did just see him die, so that's a little traumatizing. I knew it was gonna happen, but it still gets you. It doesn't help that you know it's going to happen. And there we go.
And don't come back.
Yeah, we still don't know. I still don't watch Boruto. I just know some of the things that are going on. Like the one clip I saw of Boruto that I cared to watch. Two clips. One of them was Metal Lee versus Broccoli, which I thought was hilarious. He's able to do his dad's drunken master fighting style that he did that one time. Because of his social anxiety. So if he's being watched, he can trigger it. And it's not that he's more powerful, he just fights more erratically and therefore harder to counter.
Like you ever do.
And then Naruto, I saw another one with Naruto's daughter, which was awesome because it was the first time she activated her Bakugan. So I really don't care for Boruto.
We do this fast.
Just like not in the slightest. Because the son is so effing ungrateful, and some of the things I was just reading about him and like just makes me feel that he's so ungrateful. He is raised by the Hokage, has a loving mother, very loving mother. Just has this amazing lineage to begin with, and and then he just acts like such a spoiled kid.
That's the way to do it.
Now, mind you, he's supposed to actually be quite talented. Like, which I don't know where he gets that from, because his dad was not talented at. He just had the drive and potential, is the way they'd always described it. So the fact that they go, oh yeah, by the way, he's got all this, he's got like Sasuke's supernatural potential to be awesome at all times about everything he's doing, makes no sense to me. Like, his mom wasn't naturally gifted either, like, because the way they always did that show was, oh yeah, by the way, it has to be a part of a lineage that they become amazing. Full Uzumaki, because I know,
Hang back.
I don't know too much about the Uzumaki family line, except for the fact that that's where Naruto gets a lot of his natural healing, because that was their gift, and that Naruto's mom wasn't a pushover either. She was the previous Jinchurikin for
So long.
Okay, you're asking how that guy was able to pick up Barrett. I'm going to bring this up. Look at the sword that Cloud is casually swinging around.
It's on now. Let's do this.
There we go. Got it. The Grungy Bandit, which is the hardest to kill. Yeah. Now, mind you, Naruto has Sage Mode. He has Jinchurikin Sage Mode. He has I forget the other mode he gets. Six Pass Mode. But I'm gonna remind you, the character I dislike the most is Sasuke. Like, I can deal with Naruto to some degree because you actually see him work his butt off to learn to do what he does. And mind you, he cheats because of his ability to make 50 million copies of himself. Cool, staggered him. I'm gonna have to heal up after this.
All the times.
Really?
Damn, that was close.
What could we have done better?
What Mojo's talking about is Naruto being full Uzumaki, which is the name he goes by. He doesn't use the last name of his dad. In fact, he doesn't find out who his dad is for a stupid amount of time. Like, it's not until, like, the Pain arc, where he meets, like, a specter of his dad, where, long story on that, where he's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're my kid, and you're the 4th Hokage. Yeah. And you're my dad. Yeah, so I'm the son of the 4th Hokage. Yeah. And he proceeds to punch him in the stomach,
Over there.
which he promptly deserved. Hang
Got a
on.
way out.
I'm almost afraid
Thought there was... Nope,
to
alright.
see it with my own eyes.
Tifa.
Yeah, I know we're talking about, for those who are watching the YouTube channel later on, I know we're talking about Naruto when we're playing Final Fantasy, but this is a good conversation. I'm enjoying it. But one of the things that that anime does that I'm always a fan of is the ever-increasing power gap. That the hero has to get more powerful, and the villain has to be powerful enough to beat that version, and then it goes back and forth. Okay, these are just people
Does
who...
it look like we can go this way? No. There's monsters everywhere.
Okay, I don't recognize those two names off the top of my head, unless you're talking about Sasuke. The reason why I don't like Sasuke is because he's insanely powerful doing nothing. That's what makes me not like him.
Weimer! You're alive!
Still in one piece?
Who else made it out?
I wish I knew. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just glad you survived. Gives me hope for the others.
This is bad.
Not yet. I think there's a healing station nearby and probably a store.
Sector 7, huh?
Yeah. Left a few things behind.
I see. I know it's not much, but it's all I got.
Let's see if he's got a new weapon for me. Ooh, Big Bertha. So yeah, I'm getting a new gun for him. Let's see what accessories he's got. I could have just switched it out from in there, but I didn't. There's really nothing I want. So let's go over to the item shop next door.
Never know what you're gonna run into out there. Best be prepared.
Knowing the way... Oh, shoot. I can buy a lot of these. I'm going to buy 9. I could actually have bought one more if I wanted to, but I don't. I think I'm good for now. I want to save some of my money in case I come across something important. I'm hoping for a place to sit down and heal for a second. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, and I gotta quit Big Bertha, which is gonna have its own chain of upgrades. Alright. I actually need to get him to learn his abilities. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is awesome! I do need to have him learn his other abilities. I keep putting that off. But right now I'm going to have him learn Big Berthas and then work my way back. That can... Now, here's a bigger question. There's only... Like, in the original game, they actually straight up say there's only 2 people who've got the handgun thing. Where their hand is replaced with a gun. Barrett got his hand was destroyed by being shot. So, there's only 2. 2. Why is there a line of them? Why would a store just blatantly have this weapon that there's only 2 of them? Let me see what this is. Hang on. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I'll consider that. I'm more interested... Oh, wait, hang on. Because, so in the original game, there's only one other person who has it, and I don't know if they're gonna still do it this way, but it's Marlene's real dad. It was basically like his blood brother, for lack of a better description, and yeah, it's just more or less that's what it was. I'm not gonna go into the full story on it, but I'm gonna give him prayer. And let me go over to Cloud, actually. Yeah, Deadly Dodge, which I actually don't really do, so I don't know why I bother having it. So I'm just going to give him Steel. I've been needing to put that back on. Alright, moving on. Thank you for watching. This has been Jack with the Geek's Perspective. Please like, subscribe, and share. And be sure to follow the links below where you'll find me on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, so you can keep up to date on all the projects I'm working on. Also, please stay safe during this quarantine, and as you practice proper social distancing, be sure to not touch your face and wash your hands properly. Thank you.